I saw that, I was like, who dares attack? Oh, it's the British. Okay. Thanks. They do get a little bit of supply for holding a victory point. We take that, and these guys really do starve. So that was a interesting decision, shall we say. Doing quite a good job against the submarines, which sucks a bit. I suspect part of it is I just suck at repairing. It takes me a long time to do it because of my limited number of shipyards. Could really do with some more. Do I want to spend resources on building that up, though? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build Loire. And we're going to build some dockyards in Loire. What do I want to do in Brittany? Military factories. We'll do that. Just like that. Perfect. When is their attack gonna happen? You're scaring me a bit here. Aha! You guys are ready to join this army. And I do feel like we want to get at least a couple of defenses established here, you know, just in case. Let's get you to level 3. Thanks, not here. Here. Behind the river. British hunting down some more of the Italians. Not a huge amount going on. Do we have any admirals who can get promotions yet? Yes, we can actually. What do we want? Concealment expert or lone wolf? Concealment expert. Visibility reduction on submarines is super strong. And retreat decision chance also sounds good. Okay, so the submarine commander is getting really quite strong. My main commander... I mean, none of those, really. I'm going to save the traits. You really don't have a lot of experience. Blimey. And then recon. You're getting quite a few traits and experience, but nothing enough yet. Alright, onwards. Ah, hold on. I did change where I was building my defensive line, which also means I need to change where that line is. So you need to be here. We're going to use the river instead of Rheims. What are the Germans doing? This is scary. Why aren't you attacking me? Soviets declared war on Finland. There's the Winter War. That's a lot of submarines. Now wait for the Finns to join the Allies and then the Soviets join the Axis or something crazy. Finland rejects Soviet demands. Soviet diplomats have presented an ultimatum to the government of Finland demanding border adjustments in the region of Karelia. Despite a significant build-up of Soviet forces on the border, Helsinki has rejected these demands, stating that not a single foot of Finnish soil will be given willingly to the Russian aggressor. I found they won't attack you if they know they're outclassed. Well, we don't have that much better defense than previously. It's just the anti-tank additions. Have I done my job too well here? Is Fortress France going to hold? Plans for the extension of Maginot all the way to the English Channel have been finished and the construction orders placed. The Belgians have lodged an official No, they haven't. They're dead. Okay, so that means we now have a front line of level 7 forts all the way along. So level 7's up to here, level 10's around here, and then level 5's in the Alps. And we're building a second line of defences. So it's actually the Alps which are the lesser well defended currently. And now we can construction engineering. Let's get those other land forts built fast. Field Hospital 1. And next up, let's get Field Hospital 2s. Actually, no, 39. We still need you. And we can add field hospitals, but the question is, can we afford them? Actually, no, we can't. They cost 10 points. We only have 9. Because they are not attacking me, and this is unexpected. Attention. Japan's starting to push out into China. See, this is far more reasonable. China's losing, but they are inflicting a lot of casualties. I hope. We should probably actually check that. Japan's lost 660,000. China has lost 1.9 million. Actually, China's halfway to capitulation already. Meanwhile, in the Americas... Well, I guess that's part of this war. Neither of the Americans look particularly dead. This is just going to be a massive slugfest. Both of them own quite a lot of good territory. I think they changed this behaviour in the AI in the last expansion because the fortress strategy was so strong. This way they don't just bleed out their manpower, which is good. I'm pleased with that. I'll be curious to see what they try to do to beat us instead, because they're not winning the air battle either. In fact, they're not even showing up for the air battle. Where's their air force? North Africa? Not really. Oh, it's in America. Actually, it's not either. Where is the Axis Air Force? How did you lose Gabs? Seriously, guys. Ooh, that was 10 destroyers we just sank. 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. The British Mediterranean Fleet is showing up and doing some work. I think I might go to speed 4. Speed this up a little bit. Still on 8 being repaired. The fleet does look like it's very nearly ready to sail back out and do some more damage. Unfortunately, their high seas fleet is already out and about. Actually, that's not it. That's something smaller. Okay, I don't know where the high seas fleet is. Because neither side have had a catastrophic loss in terms of naval power yet. A little bit of attrition, which I would say that we've probably slightly... Well, I don't know now. 10 destroyers, 2 light cruisers. I mean, that's another heavy defeat. Italy, how's your navy situation? 125, 116, 250. Yeah, we are definitely winning the naval war. I think that more and more Brits are heading over here. Actually, no. Oh no, there's a couple here. This seems to be mostly American still. And now I can take a look at Division Cuirassier and say Field Hospital. We would be 400 support short and 148 motorized. That's acceptable to me. I can take that. Save the cheerleaders, save the world. Heroes! I did enjoy that series. Light cruiser, destroyer, submarine. Sank another recon or convoy protection fleet. Ooh, that was a better one. 4 heavy cruisers, 14 destroyers dead. 45 convoys. That's a lot of convoys. Who owned that? Bulgaria? Yep. That may well have been the entire Bulgarian army we just sank. And here we go. We are cleaning up in Africa now.
Sorry.
Leclerc's doing his job. Finally. Still no sign of their invasion.
Sorry. Écoutez.
I hate how you're all slightly underskilled now.
Attention.
Oh, we have a bunch more people ready for deployment. Boop.
Gardez vos rangs.
Begin your training. Right, we can promote something else. I think we're probably going to go to extensive conscription now. Just to stave off manpower issues in the future. And I've just realised that we probably want to put you there. And we haven't been building any ships for a while. Ooh. Strikes. Damn them. We're going to do propaganda heroes, and if that fails, so this... Maybe it's because our stability is below 50? Because we were down to like 20 stability or something the previous time. That's right, France. Strike when you're in the middle of a civil war. World war. A civil world war. Alright, we got better engineers, which means we're even more heavily entrenched. December 39. I think I'm just going to wait a couple of days and then hit 1940. 50 stab to prevent strikes, that's what I thought. But unfortunately, I can't do anything to increase stability anymore. Because of the cost of political power. Although what I can do is stop the construction engineering so I get more political power. Okay, strike fleet's back out at sea. Be interesting to see if we can catch anything with it. That's an awful screen. Why is that so poor? You have all the destroyers you need. Still December. I'm waiting for another big showdown between the main fleets again. But I have no idea if the Italian fleet is still sailing. German interest in Scandinavia. German rhetoric has intensified towards the northern countries in recent weeks. Message is clear. Don't screw with us. Germany's declared war on Denmark. This is a hell of a phony war going on right now. They're just refusing to come after us. Germany's declared war on Norway. I mean, they're going to have a lot of troops available for that fight, seeing as they're not using anything for the invasion of France. Sitzkrieg. Yeah, this is one hell of a Sitzkrieg. I think it's... No, it's not ready for fuel refining. It's almost 1940. In one day, I lose the head penalty. That's what I'm being patient for, kind of. Four convoys I can afford. January, there it is. I would like to have improved computing machines, please. Isn't there an official you can appoint that improves stability? Is there? No, I don't think so. No. Stability only really seems to be done by decisions, but to do the decisions you need to have positive political power, and quite a lot of it. Yes, we're not repairing with all of my repair things anymore. Huzzah! We can actually start building some more destroyers. And the Italians have almost been kicked out of Africa. Which is good.
C'est parti.
Would having less communism improve it? Yes, it would. But that's also more easily done through decisions, because what you can do is press censorship. Which doesn't take up one of your minister slots. We could actually do jet effort and then the extra research slot too, because we are definitely behind in technology right now. No, I need to get positive points. Need to get my stability up. Germans and the French at the moment stare angrily at one another, shouting occasional insults. New York Times, 1942. Denmark has capitulated. Thorvald Stonning has given up. And there it is. We're done. We have taken all of the African holdings off of Italy. So I think what I'm going to do now is bring these... Well... We may still... No, we're still going to garrison North Africa. Make sure we don't lose the shipyards here. Yeah, that's a better idea. I was thinking we could go over to Vietnam just in case Japan went after us there. I am wondering if I should send these guys over to America, because they could do a lot of damage very quickly. and just end this civil war. Let's see if we can get over to Brittany without the Germans trying to push us. Doesn't look like it, does it? Nope, they seem perfectly content to just be sitting over there and getting comfortable. Well, in that case, we are going to run the gauntlet of the German surface fleet, who's actually out here. So in that case, we kind of need to go to this northern part. So I'm going to say we're going to aim for that. Off you go. Now watch as my entire armor unit just gets sunk on the way over to America. Heroes of the production front. Industrial war is more than just divisions marching and planes bombing. It is more than just the duty of a soldier to fight and die for their country. An industrial war is won, first and foremost, in the factories and the foundries. To abandon the battle on the assembly line is no better than abandoning it on the front line, and victories at the assembly line should be celebrated as much as the ones won by the front line. All available propaganda resources have been rerouted to show the work of the armaments workers to the best possible light. Edouard Daladier has personally approved a new award to be given out for the workers who have exceeded their quotas by more than 100%, and the first recipients have been sent on tours around the country to instruct other workers in their methods. It appears that this has made a lot of strikers reconsider their stance. Work has resumed in all previously affected factories. Gained stability. Boop. And now we should be immune. And we got an ace pilot to celebrate. And our main battle fleet is about to arrive to kill these screens. They're about to have a very, very rude awakening. If we ever arrive. We never arrived. And we lost a submarine too. Okay, there are a lot of naval bombers here doing a lot of naval bombing. I am not appreciating the bombing of the navies. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick look over here, and I can indeed see that we have some spare fighters. So let's grab you guys who are not very well trained, turn that off, interception, base you in Malta, and intercept over here. And your job is going to be to intercept and destroy those naval bombers. Why are you 100? It's a weird number. Caught some Germans. So far, so good. No strength lost, so we haven't lost any of them. What are you lacking? Light tanks. We need more light tanks. I think we are still producing those, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We're good. Oh, we lost a couple of convoys. Yeah, see, their naval bombers are actually having an absolute field day out here. Where are my interceptors? What are you doing? We're getting crushed. Guys, come on. Intercept. It might be because our interception detection isn't good enough. Yeah, we have a 3% chance to actually see them. We need radar. Unfortunately, I can't build radar out here. What I could do, though, is build radar here. And then upgrade it. See you, Chimeric. Haven't paid attention to Spain nationalist. Spain is indeed nationalist, yes. Ooh, tanks are almost here. And then it's going to be time to have some fun. Though I also need to watch my fuel supplies. Sank another bunch of Bulgarians. They keep trying it and they keep failing. Mr. Mordred, you're still streaming. Also, I'm pretty damn tipsy. I am. Probably not for very much longer. It's just because I started quite a lot later today for the second stream. Although I should probably call it a day at some time, because I have... Oh, this would actually be an excellent opportunity to announce. I am doing a big freaking game of Europa Universalis 4 tomorrow. So if you want to see EU4 multiplayer, there's like 30 players or something ridiculous like that. And I'm commentating. So it's a community clash game. 30 players. They are all spread out through Europe and the Middle East. They all have a series of goals, which I've set them. 5 of them are public, and there are going to be things like the Papal States wants to make Jerusalem Catholic, for example. And 1 secret goal, and the objective is to complete 4 goals. The secret goals, the other players don't know what they are, though they obviously know what their own one is. And it should be really interesting. I know that there is some very serious diplomacy going on at the moment. A lot of shifting allegiances between the different players and the different factions, the different coalitions that have already arisen. And tomorrow's the first session, so a lot of this craziness is going to be going on. So that's kicking off at 3 PM. I am commentating. So it will be streamed here on Twitch. I will be on observer mode. I'll be able to see absolutely everything going on and give you a play-by-play of all the different moves. I can tell you analysis of what all the things that are occurring, and then also pull in the players for interviews to say, "What are you doing?" or "What are you doing? That was really cool." Stuff like that. So it should be really, really cool here on Twitch, 3 PM tomorrow, British summertime, for a really, really cool game of EU4, and I'm super excited. If you can't tell, I'm excited. And we do still have a couple of spaces available. It's getting a little bit late in the day to be doing the diplomacy and stuff like that, which a game like this is going to require, but it's Community Clash, it's still open, you are still more than welcome to join. I do have a couple of nations set aside, which I would very much prefer to be played. For example, Milan, Aragon, Sweden, nations like that. And if you wish to see what on earth I'm talking about, you can find the spreadsheet right here. What's BST and EST? Eastern Standard is 5 hours behind us. So 3 PM for us would be 10 AM for you. In fact, why am I sending the tanks here? This is a silly place to be sending the tanks. I mean, you've already got a very, very nice cutoff here, which I heartily approve of. The capital's here in Atlanta, so I think that we should probably go and just race across and destroy as much of this Texan front as possible. I mean, the fact that there's oil there has absolutely nothing to do with why I want Texas to fall. Nothing at all. Urban Geographer and Disposable Hero, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. It is currently 3 AM, yes. I mean, I generally work on American time because much of my audience is American, so you kind of have to. But I don't mind. I'm a night owl anyway. Like, my usual day finishes at 2 AM. I'm still going an hour later than I ordinarily would. Whoa, okay, we just had a showdown with the Italian fleet again. They lost 1 heavy cruiser, we lost 4 destroyers, they lost 10 destroyers. Not much of a showdown. Are they still in the area, though? Because it doesn't look like we've backed off. Enemy superiority, 3,200. I mean, there's still some ships in the area, but I don't think it's their main fleet. Then again, I could be wrong. There's definitely a couple of ships around. This is my fleet trying to hunt down their subs. Prepared defense. Okay, so we finally upgraded our defenses to the level where I think, you know what, these are probably okay. Let's continue. We are so far behind in the doctrines. And I've just realised part of the reason we are sucking at sea is because I have nothing in sea doctrines yet. Absolutely zero. Nil. Nada. Alright, French tanks have very nearly arrived. We're on the outskirts. I'm beginning to think maybe we should be building submarines. Oh, once again, all of our ships are repairing the Grand Battle Fleet, which was damaged. Okay. I really do need more naval yards. We'll finish the Tunisian radar. We'll finish these off. And then I think we're going to go Brittany and Brittany. Maybe Loire and then Brittany. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, Mr. Tankman. Charles de Gaulle. You have been waiting patiently for this moment, I know. Let's get some more planning prep and then we'll tell you to attack. And the Germans still haven't attacked me. March 1940. Vienna Award. Damn it, their planes are back. Oh, we just had another big showdown. 1 light cruiser, 2 destroyers, and a couple of planes. More submarines. 1 of their subs. Convoys, another sub. Okay, so I think that naval bombers might be slightly too effective at finding submarines. They shouldn't be that effective. What kind of sea is this? This is an ocean. There's like no visibility penalties or bonuses. Oh yeah, we have a couple of Dutch troops actually, which I have not assigned to anything. And Belgians. Let's assign you to the purple line. And you guys are almost done training. I think I'm going to assign you 4 to the blue line. In fact, just realized I should probably upgrade you to these guys, which means more training. I recruited the wrong units. It should be Classe, as most of my front line is. Concentrated industry. We can compact even more industry in now. Good, good, good. 1940. We still can't get decryption. I think, want to upgrade my radar. So hopefully we can start detecting a couple more bad guys out here. Then I think we also need to get some air superiority going on. How is my stockpile of planes? We have loads. So I'm going to make another air wing of fighters. We're going to have 200 of you assigned here, and you're going to be an air superiority objective. Because, yeah, they do have quite a few planes out here. And I would very much like to stop them. Then, in fact, my naval bombers will also have here. How is the air war going on elsewhere? What is Germany doing? You've got to be building up something. Like, you have a huge army, and you still dwarf me in terms of industrial potential. Taken Denmark. You haven't yet taken Norway. Do I do any Stellaris? Is that not my cup of tea? I do Stellaris. The latest one, Ancient Artifacts, just hasn't interested me, really. Kind of waiting for the next major update, and we'll see how that goes. And for those of you just joining, I'm sorry that my face cam is not currently on. It's not working. It crashed, and I didn't want to restart the stream. And we are getting a bunch of people in. Lurch Smith, Vuelo ZD, and Blyanator. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see so many of you here today. It's certainly an impressive crowd. Oh, naval invasion. Charlie, are you ready for an attack? I think you're ready for an attack. Attack! Get me all of this oil. I must have it. It is rightfully mine. And we have almost got the political power. I think we can start doing some, there we go, of these things. Anti-communist raids, reduces stability. Nope, don't want to do that. Legitimacy gain, I don't think really matters. Factory conversion is just getting more factories. Propaganda is war support. That's not really what we're after, though. I think it is the... It's not the press freedom. Worker conditions, that's what we need. So we need 100. Okay. We'll wait until we have 100 and then we'll start on the focus again, I think. Kingdom of Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Soviet Union. This really has become a Sitzkrieg. Like, come on, Germany. At least try something. Where are those ridiculous medium divisions that you had earlier? Are they all attacking Norway? They must all be attacking Norway. Currently loving the new DLC. It's added a lot of new story. The problem with Stellaris, though, is not the story. The story has been fine and always has been fine. The problem with Stellaris is the diplomacy. Like, there's no reason to care about wars or making alliances or anything like that. And when you do make alliances, they're way too permanent. I hate the Federation system. Because it basically just enforces a stalemate upon the entire galaxy. Like, they're going the right direction. I really liked it when they changed to hyperlanes because it made fortifications actually worth a damn. I liked Megacorp because it increased the potency of the economy. That was another good change. But there's no reason for it. There's no reason to care. And there we go. Loyalists have capitulated. The Constitutionalists have won. The American Civil War is over. And the Americans can get on with the business of making money.
Paré.
So let's send you guys back over here. Because obviously it was the French intervention which meant that we were able to come back in such a big way. Loyalist passes War Powers Act following a vote by a standing proclamation in the Senate chamber. President Douglas MacArthur. Douglas McCoo? He's not the president. He's a nobody. Uh, 1940. Still working on that. Oh, you know what's in 1940? Bigger tanks. Let's start working on the heavies. Because once we can start getting heavies, I can start adding heavies to my regular divisions and then start laughing all the way to the bank. This is really becoming an air battle here. Am I intercepting any of those naval bombers? Because I would very much like to hope I am. Deaths. I want to know long term. Enemy bombers disrupted. 31,504. Yes, I think we've been having an impact with the interceptors here. I still hit my damn submarines though. Stop it! It's not nice. Are you guys not scouting right now? You on holiday? What's going on here? And I'm sure half of you are repairing, which is fine. But come on, get back to work. And actually, with the number of aircraft here, our admiral should be pretty good at fly swatting by now. 18%. 26%. And 12%. So, not great. Okay. Alright, you guys are ready. So, I wanted to add, say, 2 of you to this line. And then 5 of you to the purple line. That brings us to 24.
Attention.
Then you two are kind of going to be a garrison for Paris. Whoa! No, not all of you. That was a mistake. I'm glad this was my back line, not my front line. Oops. Got that, please. Oh, wait, no. That does mean all of you. Got that. Then you and you, new force. Put you in the reserve theatre. And if you guys actually need a field marshal. Alphonse Georges. Should have done that a while ago. We have no special commanders for this. Right, we need to improve worker conditions to increase the stability. Go. And now I feel like we can do the national focus, which is going to be jet efforts so that we can start getting the extra research slot. Boom. Stellaris Dev say they are working on revamping diplomacy. I think it will be the next big update. Yeah, I strongly suspect it will be. And yes, there is also a sector overhaul in the works. So I'm interested in seeing the next big update. It's just Ancient Relics doesn't really do it for me because I really liked the early game. The early game was fine. And that's when the exploration stuff goes on. And I just feel like Stellaris is one of those games where I'll play it once and love it and then not want to play it again. It's bizarre. It feels like a game that should have loads and loads of replayability, but just for me it doesn't. Also, I must say that I find the Megacorps, like the Megacorp government form, really disappointing. Very underwhelmed by them. Banuvia of Croatia. As a result of continuing and increasing problems in the Croatian nationalist elements, the Yugoslav government has necessitated to grant increased autonomy to the Croatians. A new semi-independent state, the Banovia of Croatia, has been called into being, and though it is still nominally a dependency of Yugoslavia, the government's influence in the region has now been greatly reduced. There you go, Marshal. Gaze with glory upon the colour. United Mexican States have joined the Axis. Ooh, now that's interesting. Earlier today, the German Reich and the United Mexican States issued a joint statement, and the latter has now been formally granted member status of the Axis. That's not historical. Mexico? You're like fully democratic. What the hell? Anyway, I think that this is going to be a good spot to stop. Things are definitely dragged into a bit of a stalemate. A little bit disappointed that we never got to test our defences up here. I guess I made them too strong. Although I didn't really feel like I'd done that much to change it. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then please be like a Blionator and hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future, which will in fact be tomorrow. As I was saying, I am doing the European Universalis 4 Community Clash commentary game, where I am sitting in observer mode. I am watching the antics of all the players. There are about 30 of them at the moment, and it is going to be utterly bonkers and a hell of a lot of fun. These community clashes are always a really good show, and I very much hope that you will join me for that. That's going to be kicking off at 3 PM British summertime tomorrow. Don't know exactly when I'll be doing Hearts of Iron again. I'll probably be doing Total War 3 Kingdoms on Monday and probably Tuesday and possibly Wednesday. That's another of the big games on this channel at the moment, but I do intend to do some more Hearts of Iron in the not so distant future, particularly if there's an update for Kaiserreich, which is just awesome. I do have a Patreon. If you want to support the channel that way, you can check that out at patreon.com/MordredViking, or you can, of course, become a subscriber here on Twitch. One of the things I've set up for this game in particular is name lists. So if you are a subscriber on Twitch, I have added you to one of these name lists, and that is why my divisions have such glorious names as these. These are all subscribers which have been automatically added, and you can see that they have divisions named after them, which I think is a really cool feature. What else do I need to say? Discord! If you want to come and join the Discord channel, that is where the community hangs out. They're a very cool bunch. Very, very nice indeed. I'm very proud of the community and how awesome they are. You should totally come and join us and be awesome, more awesome too. And you can find that at the link which Marshall's just posted. Let's go and take a look to see who else is streaming right now. Doesn't look like any of my regular crew is on. You know what? Traditious is on at the moment, and he is doing Victoria 2, which is a game which really deserves more love. So if you want to go and see like the opposite end of the spectrum for grand strategy, Hearts of Iron is definitely on the easier, more approachable. Victoria 2 is like the very epitome of grand strategy in all of its complete mind-melting complexity. Then head over, say hello from Mordred Viking, throw in a couple of Viking raids like this, and if you have access to them, use the horns as well. I want to see his chat light up with the Viking raid. Let's make ourselves heard. Thanks everyone for watching. Very much hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.